Hasbro has been successful with their 6-inch lines of figures for many years. Star Wars Black Series, Marvel Legends, Power Rangers Lightning Collection, and now we got the G.I. Joe Classified Series. Now, I'm not sure why, but a lot of G.I. Joe fans hate the new designs. I find it funny that no one batted an eye when G.I. Joe went from 12 inches to 3 3/4 inches. Also, let's remember that the designs were consistently changing too with both lines. I just don't get it, guys. Let's look at the newest G.I. Joe figures. G.I. Joe Classified Series, Wave 1. The first figure released was everyone's favorite commando turned ninja, Snake Eyes. This was exclusive to the Hasbro site, and I completely missed it. So, not wanting to miss him again, I decided to pre-order all 5 of the first wave figures. The first wave of G.I. Joe Classified includes Roadblock, Snake Eyes, Destro, Duke, and Scarlett, in that order. These Joes come numbered in their package. The box they come in is a lot like Star Wars Black and Power Rangers Lightning. The box has a window on the front and artwork of the character. I love that the inside tray shows through the window on the side. This tiny design aspect makes them look premium. The back has a nice art piece, except that they all have the same piece. And of course, it doesn't come with a cross-sell, which is one of my favorite things. The artwork on the side of the box is also kind of confusing. It goes well together with the art on the front, and I totally get that. It's also some really cool artwork when it's by itself. It just doesn't go well together on my shelf. Star Wars Black has a flat color, number, and the name. Power Rangers Lightning Collection has my favorite, with vectors of each character's face. G.I. Joe Classified is just a jumbled mess. Don't get me wrong, I really do like the art. I just don't like how it looks together.
G.I. Joe will return after these messages.
Catching Cobra's really tough, you know. And Cobra's up to something bad with G.I. Joe.
Cobra! Cobra blew up the bridge! Bridge Layer to the rescue! The ice Striker will catch him!
Each sold separately. Introducing Barbecue and Shipwreck. Bridge Layer comes with tow booth, some assembly required.
We're gonna stop Cobra this time!
Horse Striker comes with crankcase.
No, no!
G.I. Joe Bridge Layer comes with driver. Other figures and equipment each sold separately. From Hasbro.
Now back to G.I. Joe.
Okay, on to the figures themselves. These guys have the same articulation that we've seen a million times with the other 3 lines. So, if you're waiting for me to show you every joint move on these guys, then this is not a video for you. You can get your kicks with MCU Collector or someone else. Roadblock comes with a giant gun, an ammo clip, and a tiny knife. He has a place for his knife on his chest, and nowhere for his gun or ammo magazine. Speaking of his gun, this thing is double-sided? So yeah, he can hold it upside down, or upside down. The gun is made from translucent soft plastic, so the end can have a charge effect. Now, about his knife, I don't like how the handle of the knife is bent when it's put away, because what happens when you have him displayed? Also, the knife really is tiny. It looks ridiculous. That's super lame. The vest is a separate piece, so we'll probably see this body on someone else, like Road Pig or, I don't know, somebody that's a strong guy. His left shoulder has a lion tattoo, and it looks awesome. I don't have the original Roadblock, but looking at what he came with, I would have preferred something closer to that, especially with its new articulation. Snake Eyes is a re-release and repaint of the Hasbro Pulse version. The basic version is a blackout version with matte and gloss paints. This Snake Eyes comes with a backpack, sword, sheath, machine gun, pistol, silencer, and knife. His grenade strap is a separate piece. The backpack is just a solid piece of plastic. Now the biggest problem with the Snake Eyes is the sheath for the knife. When the knife is sheathed, it doesn't go down all the way. The guns have these holes, and the only solution I came up with was that the machine gun could be put away on the backpack, then you can peg the sword sheath onto the gun hole. I would have preferred the Uzi that the Hasbro Pulse version came with, but the blackout design is super cool. This Destro is very vintage looking, with not a lot of changes. He comes with a blaster rifle, pistol, and a briefcase. His medallion is also a separate piece. The briefcase can open up and reveal some kind of computer and also some stacks of money. This guy is a must-have for the line. Now, if they only made his head vac metalized like the classic Destro.
Duke. Duke of Earl.
Of course, Duke was gonna be in the first wave. Personally, I'm on Team Flint, but Duke was the obvious choice. He comes with a blaster rifle, pistol, and backpack. The backpack comes with a non-removable shovel, but man, it is so convincing. I seriously thought it could come off. Duke also comes with a separate strap like Snake Eyes. I really like the face sculpt that they did for Duke. My brother nailed it when he said that as a kid, he thought that Duke seemed like he had this face sculpt that made him seem better than you. This Duke doesn't have that problem at all. I actually really like that extra scar that they gave him. He also reminds me a lot of Camelot 331.
To get on it, doggone it. Bye. Yeah.
Then there's Scarlett. She kinda has the same color scheme as the original. Kinda. She comes with 3 knives, 2 of them are the same, and a 2-piece crossbow. She also has some straps just like Snake Eyes, and like Duke, that's a separate piece. Now I love that she has these fine freckles painted on her face. She reminds me a lot of one of my old bosses. I do find it weird that she has these jets or vents on the back of her boots. There's also no place to put away her crossbow. But this figure is another must-have for the line. I know I said that the articulation was the same as the other Hasbro 6-inchers, but these guys also have a separate neck piece. So that's new. I mean, not that it makes their necks move more, at least not with every figure, but the extra piece is appreciated. I know that a lot of people want to see the 80s through the 90s Joes in 6-inch form. I do too. I really wish that they just started with that line. And honestly, I didn't think I'd like any of these guys besides Snake Eyes. But I was wrong. The only figure I could do without is Roadblock. I would have preferred, I don't know, Stalker, Jinx, or even Spirit. Speaking of the other Joes, What's on the horizon for Wave 2? I don't know, but I do have a few thoughts. Storm Shadow. With the G.I. Joe Origins Snake Eyes movie on the way, how could they not give us Storm Shadow? Joe or Cobra, personally, I just love the white and gray camo version. So, I don't know, that'd be cool to get that one. Cobra Commander. We got Destro, so why not the big boss? Cobra Commander. Helmeted or hooded, it doesn't matter. Those are just great. The Baroness. Now, if we're gonna continue on with the same pattern that we got here, 4 good guys and 1 bad guy, then we would get the Baroness instead of Cobra Commander. Now, the fan favorite Baroness, she would make a great companion to Destro. Gung Ho. A standout and popular character, plus he's on the back of the box along with the characters from Wave 1, so looks like maybe he was already planned. Hawk. General or not, Hawk has been with the Joes since the beginning, much like Snake Eyes and Scarlett, but then again, I'm less sure on him being in Wave 2. If Hasbro continues in the line like Marvel Legends and Star Wars Black, then we'll have plenty to choose from. I can't wait to see a wave with any of my favorites, such as Shipwreck, CoverGirl, Hit and Run, Dusty, Lady J, Flint, Big Ben, a Viper, Zartan, Zarana, Wetsuit, Major Blood, Voltar, Doc, Wild Weasel, Tomax and Zaymot, Firefly, Beachhead, and many, many others. This line looks promising to me, and I'm looking forward to picking up the others. I hope you enjoyed this look at Hasbro's G.I. Joe Classified, Wave 1, and stay tuned for more reviews.